All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Looks like we have clicked on there. My name is Peyton. I go by Pros11 online. I'm one of the governance facilitators at MakerDAO. And today I'm really honored to be here hosting this call to talk about MIP81. That is a proposal from Coinbase. And I'm joined by the Coinbase CFO, Alesia Haas. And just want to pass over the mic to you. Let's get started with an intro and why you're here.
Thanks, Peyton. So first of all, thank you for having us. We really appreciate the community's engagement and thoughtfulness in response to our MIP81. So we think that these are great questions. We're delighted to be able to make this proposal and even more excited to answer questions today. So this proposal proposes that Maker becomes Coinbase's first client in our USDC Institutional Rewards program. And it entails transferring a portion of the PSM's USDC balance to Coinbase Prime, and in return receive 1.5% rewards on a balance of $1.6 billion of USDC. We're really excited to continue to partner with Maker to find unique situations and solutions that address the community's goals. And I just wanted to go with a little history here because we have a really special history with Maker. So we first partnered with Maker as part of our USDC Bootstrap Fund that provided really early liquidity to protocols and considered one or two organizations strong partners as we've watched the Web3 ecosystem grow. Subsequent to that, we helped Maker with the initial listing of DAI on the Coinbase Exchange, and we launched an earn campaign. And then recently, we've now discussed the appetite for treasury management solutions with the strategic finance and growth core units. And what we found is that we could offer a secure, liquid offering that would enable you to find return on your USDC balance while limiting risk and reducing friction. So we are a partner with Center and Circle for the advancement of USDC. We're really excited to continue to grow the utility of this stablecoin. And we're excited to inaugurate Maker as our first partner on the Prime program for this rewards program. So thank you, and let's go to questions.
Yeah, absolutely. We're happy to receive the MIP. I know it's always a bit of a headache going through that, but we got a lot of great questions from the community as a process. Just a brief overview on that. We kind of opened the floor to say, all right, what are types of things we want to get answered? And we think we got a pretty good list here, and we'll just run through them. One of the more asked ones was, okay, so we're giving our USDC over to this Coinbase account. What happens in the event of a Coinbase insolvency or bankruptcy?
Absolutely. So first, I want to acknowledge this is a remote risk. We have a strong balance sheet. We have $6 billion in liquidity and resources. And what's important about our balance sheet is that we do not rehypothecate customer balances. So when you look at our balance sheet, we segregate customer assets, both fiat and crypto, as separate accounts. And so there's two things that I think are really important. First is our terms of service with our customers. And in our terms of service, we say that these are customer assets. Our client agreements explicitly state that Coinbase does not have property interest in the digital assets we hold for our customers. The contractual terms between Maker and Coinbase will further state that you're going to hold these assets in custody with Coinbase Custody International Limited, CCI is the acronym we use, and they're held in a segregated account just for Maker. They're segregated from all of their client accounts, from all of their Coinbase assets that we may have. And further, we agree in this contract that the digital assets constitute custodial assets and client property. So we first have very strong contractual protections. Second, we have strong operational protections, which is that we do have these segregated accounts. We do audits of these accounts. We ensure through robust testing that we are segregating these accounts on behalf of our customers. And if you look at our balance sheet and our publicly disclosed balance sheet, you will see a line item that says crypto assets held for customers. And you see that asset and it has a corresponding liability of the same amount so that there is no rehypothecation. We are never taking risk on your behalf, on the customer's behalf. So therefore, your asset is your asset. And that is what makes us confident that in the event of a bankruptcy or an insolvency, which again is remote, that we believe that we have the right protections that a court would determine that these assets are yours.
Awesome, thank you. So I guess kind of related to that, so can Coinbase provide any sort of guarantee to Maker that all the funds will be returned upon demand, even in the face of pressure from a government or state actor? Basically asking if Coinbase has any concerns with the fact that Maker may be unable to comply with OFAC sanctions as well.
Yeah, such an important question. So thank you for asking. So first of all, Coinbase, we are a US company. And we do have to comply with OFAC, and we must follow this law in all countries in which we operate. But what's important to understand is we're onboarding a specific entity representing Maker. And so it's this entity that we are exclusively concerned about being off of the SDN list. So that entity cannot be out of compliance with OFAC, just that one entity. So as long as that one entity that is our customer remains off the OFAC list, we are good, and we will be able to transact with that entity. As you can see from those separate and apart from our Tornado Cash lawsuit, we feel very strongly that OFAC restrictions should apply to individuals and not technology. And so it is in our ethos to continue to fight for rules and clarity to ensure that we are partnering with folks like you to grow DeFi and comply with US regulations. So I want to also just share that the Maker representatives are electing the exact entity that will be onboarding to our Coinbase platform. We've onboarded entities in the past representing Maker and feel really good about the process here. There's been no issues, but it is incumbent on Maker to continue to suggest onboarding legal entities that are compliant with OFAC rules as well.
Excellent. We saw that update, and definitely there's been some chat on the Maker side for that. So if you're listening and haven't seen that yet, please do check out the forum and see kind of what's proposed there. We might actually toss it over to Retro, because I know he was mentioning we had one of these dead. Mitch as well. Retro, did you want to ask about the Coinbase benefit?
Yeah, happy to hop in here. I think platform's lacking a little bit, but the question that I had that the community had was, what benefits does Coinbase derive from this arrangement, knowing the uses of the funds now?
Absolutely. So first of all, as you can read in our financials, assets on platform or accumulating assets on our platform is a key metric we look to grow. Being a large custodian is one of our key goals. Accumulating assets on platform is a key part of our success, as we believe holding customer assets, if you think about the products that we offer in custody or our wallet solution, offering a safe, secure storage of assets is the bedrock of our platform. So second goal, in addition to accumulating assets, is we're looking to grow USDC. We are a partner with Circle to create Center, which is the governance organization around USDC. We are supporters of USDC and believe that it can grow utility in the ecosystem. And so growing USDC balances is the second importance to us. And third, Maker is an important relationship to us, that we are looking to grow the ecosystem via DeFi. And we want to make sure that we can be a trusted partner to continue to help our customers' goals as well. So we're looking to kind of those three pillars is what is driving benefit to us. Adding assets on platform, continuing to be a large custodian, supporting the growth of USDC, and being a strong business partner to Maker.
Excellent. Thank you there. And thanks for Retro for helping me out with my internet spike. Kind of wanted to shift to the kind of communication side. Can we get a communication regarding the program rate after which the FOMC meetings in which changes, increases and decreases are made to the fund target rate? Basically, like how are we going to hear about those updates?
Okay, let me break this into two pieces. So we will convey updated terms for 2023 by December 1st, 2022. Assuming this pilot program continues, we will also provide 30 days notice on the Maker forum of any updated terms. So that's part one on just notification. Part two, specifically with regards to the FOMC meetings, I just want to ensure there's no confusion around this. Our institutional rewards program is determined solely at our discretion. The specific rate, any potential changes to that rate, is a business decision, and it's not tied in any shape or form to the FOMC meetings. So while the Fed fund target rate may change the overall macro environment conditions and may be an indirect aspect of what we look to, I just want to make sure to meet these commercial objectives, we are not performing any mathematical connection or any formulaic connection between FOMC and the institutional rewards rate.
Excellent. And then in terms of the kind of how that plays out, is Maker as a client, capped at 1.6 billion, given that guidance on rates, or could we add more if our PSM continues to grow?
We would love to grow with a balance with Maker. So going back to my first stated goal, we would love to grow AAE assets on our platform. We would love to grow USDC. So there's no cap, and we'd strongly encourage leveraging our custody solution to keep more of your balances and assets secure as possible.
And I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to hear that. All right, might move us along. Appreciate everyone keeping up with a quick pace here. I know we only have 30 minutes for this call, so we're kind of running through questions, and hope this recording will be useful after the fact. Kind of wanted to shift to this one here. What rights and access to funds under the custody does Coinbase have and plan to have? And yeah, kind of exhaustively, like, yeah, what can happen with these funds while they're under your control?
So you need to know two things. Under our terms of service, you have access to your assets at all times. Coinbase has no ability to unilaterally act on your behalf. So we will not do anything unless we are explicitly directed to do so by those who are designated by Maker to act on this account. So we recognize that some commenters have speculated that Coinbase would control Maker's assets. And there's been some erroneous assumption that this is some type of loan arrangement. And we just want to make very clear, this is not a loan. There is no unsecured lending proposal here. So we will not have any control. We will not be rehypothecating. We will not be doing anything to put these assets at risk. This is purely a custody arrangement where you will put the assets in custody on the Coinbase platform, and we will be paying a reward rate, as we previously spoke about. So there's nothing that we will be doing with these assets.
Awesome. I think that helps clear up a lot of the concerns that were raised on the forum there. We mentioned earlier, you talked about kind of the selection of the entity and the people. Kind of curious on the Coinbase side, like what is like ideal counterparty in this scenario, given that Maker can't be its own legal entity?
It is a little bit tricky, isn't it? So what I think is most important here is that we have some minimum eligibility criteria. We need to have a tax ID. We need to make sure that the legal entity that is selected has legal substance, but ultimately this is Maker's decision. And as we shared earlier, Maker has onboarded a number of entities at Coinbase, and we have a team standing by to help Maker make that decision about what is the best legal entity on your side. But we are agnostic to what legal entity is onboarded as long as it meets those basic eligibility criteria.
Excellent, and I'll be more than happy to help the community with the governance side for that if the proposal is accepted and we have to work that out. It's kind of the governance job, I guess, in a nutshell. So shifting focus a little bit here, what relationship does this current product offering have with the services Coinbase decided to discontinue a year ago? And maybe you can kind of go into what those services were and why this shift occurred.
Sure. So there's no relationship between the Coinbase Institutional Reward Program that we're discussing here today and the Coinbase Lend product that I think you're referring to, which was a retail product that we had announced but then failed to move forward with due to SEC concerns over the product. Mm-hmm. So first of all, no correlation, no relationship between these two products. One was a retail product. This is an institutional product. There's different rules, different structures of these two products. And at the end of the day, we feel very confident in the program that we're offering you with the Institutional Rewards program.
Excellent. I think that covers it pretty well. Moving on here. That's a good follow-up. Could Coinbase share if there are any plans to expand the rewards program beyond custody services?
So this is a beta product. As you recognize, you're the first client that we're onboarding to this program. So when we think about these things in beta, we're learning from them, we're building our muscle in them. And if successful, we'd be absolutely happy to expand this product and service. I think it's important to note that this is a receiving rewards on its balance at Coinbase. This includes assets in the custody, cold storage. It also includes anything in your trading balance that you may have. And we have ambitious plans for the Institutional Rewards program to move forward, and we'll keep the community apprised as developments as opportunities may or may not expand. But again, because it's a pilot program, we will learn, we will expect to revisit the reward structure on a periodic basis. But again, if successful, everything we do, we hope to expand and grow.
Excellent. That is quite exciting, and we hope if this is successful, we can look forward to more Coinbase proposals and kind of forging ahead in new areas there. I guess this last one I kind of asked in a different way on one of the earlier questions, but I guess I'm curious too, in terms of any sort of communications on not just rate changes, but is there a set communication frequency or guideline that Coinbase is looking to I guess keep up on for clients like Maker?
So at this point in time, I think the rates are the most important because we would not change any terms of service, but with any change to any of our contractual terms of service or our products, similar to the rates, we will provide notice, and we would typically follow the 30-day notice program. And if that would change, we will come back to the community and share it for a future date.
Excellent. Seems prudent to maybe give a few announcements in terms of timeline for the vote and the proposal. As far as Maker governance goes, Wednesday is the last day to make updates to this proposal. So we've been in touch with the Coinbase offers and feeling pretty good about that. Basically from there, the proposal will be locked for 1 week on the Maker end. So it'll be eligible for next month's cycle. And then how we do things at Maker is it'll then go up for a 2-week vote. So that will start on October the 10th and go until the 24th, at which time we will essentially have our decision. So it's very exciting to be less than a month away from the go no go on Maker side, and then we obviously would have a few pieces of homework to clean up there. But I think it's safe to say we're really excited to have this be brought to the community, to engage in the editing process, get it up to date with all the MIPs, and send it forward to vote. I guess on your end, is there any questions from the Maker process or anything I could help answer while we have you here?
No, Peyton, thank you so much. This has been a really clear process. We love the MIP process, and we're excited to continue moving forward with you all.
Excellent. Well, I know you're busy and you took a time out of your day just to come here and talk to us, and we really do appreciate that. I did want to add a slight disclaimer at the end here that this is, kind of a joint venture with Alpha and SES to put this call on. We worked together with Coinbase to get these questions out. There's still the forum and the thread, so please do visit that if you feel like your question wasn't answered. We tried to aggregate as many of them here today as possible, and really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day.